Hey everyone, this is Next Archer, and I decided to start a tag video. This should be pretty fun. So it's going to be named Ghost Knife. It's going to be either old and forgotten knives, kind of like the Pacific Cutlery, the old Benchmade. It's going to have knives that were never supposed to be made, some prototypes. So anything you think that other people have not seen, or maybe have seen, but never actually thought was supposed to be released, or that was out. So, show those type of things. And I'm going to ask to stay away from custom knives, but you can show them if you want, as long as it's in the criteria. So, let's start out with a knife that I never thought a company would have made, and that is a lion steel knife. So it comes in this little case, rubber handle, interesting little opener right there, and as you can see, lion steel, Italy. It says stainless on the handle. Has an interesting pivoting system, and it's a lockback. So, didn't know too much about this knife at first. Wasn't even sure if it was a real lion steel knife. Thought maybe a Chinese company had just put lion steel on it because it was a popular company name. Well, I contacted them on Blade forums, and they informed me this is one of the first lion steel new generation knives. It was introduced in the market in 1995 to 96. Rubber handles and W.1.4116 blade. I'm guessing that's a blade steel, has that right there. No longer produced and used to sell for €70, $98. So, very interesting, which you would, lion steel now makes really only titanium type knives, which interested me when I saw this, and I ended up buying it for I think $4 or $5 at Knob Creek Machine Gun Shoot. The next knife is a Bark River knife. So here you go. As you can see, Expedition Knives, Bark River, and the Night Fighter. Has a very nice bead blast finish. This is actually one of the nicest bead blast finishes that I've ever felt in my life. With the very nice leather sheath. So, bought this when I had bought my Damascus Buck 110, and wasn't really sure about it. I looked up Expedition Knives, couldn't find it. Only could find one other of this knife. So I sent an email over to Bark River Knives. Can't show the paper because it actually says my email address as well as my full name. So you guys are just going to have to take my word for it. So I emailed them, sent them a couple pictures, and told them the information that it was on the blade. And so they let me know that there were only 200 made, injection molded rubber, A2 tool steel with, and earlier on she had said that it may be a prototype. They had actually wanted the pictures for their archives, since they don't have really any photos of this. Very nice fixed blade. Show how thick that is. So that's the Bark River Night Fighter. I had asked how it was ground. Was it custom or something? They were laser cut, and then they were hand assembled. Whatever that means. So, there you go. There's the second one. And the third, Benchmade NTK. This falls under the category that never made They were never supposed to be released or made. There we go. So this was supposed to be released in 2011. This particular one, I had emailed or contacted Benchmade, and they insisted that it was never made until I was like, I have one in my hands. And what had happened, they sent these out to people to learn how to disassemble, reassemble them, and some of them had gotten out to the public. So they aren't marked with prototype or anything, at least this one isn't. But they were made for people to learn to assemble them. They were never made because exactly what happened with this one. It had a torsion bar in the back for when you pressed right here. It's an automatic knife, would fling open. Well, when I was keeping it stored in my toolbox, torsion bar or spring broke. And let's see if you can see this. Right there. Hit the blade, chipped it, and now it's simply a manual knife. Except it's one of the smoothest I've ever felt. Great looking knife. D2 tool steel. So yeah, I'm going to tag 2 people. Hopefully they make video responses to this. And those 2 people are going to be As I Lay Dying 1984 and BladeReviews.com. BladeReviews.com, that's one of the people that I wish I had shouted out in my last video, as they have one of the best knife channels. So go subscribe to him, definitely. Both of them have some awesome knives, and I'm looking forward to what they may show. So yeah, go out, make the videos. If I didn't tag you, you can go ahead, make a video response, as I'm trying to get this out a little more. So if you have a knife that falls in the criteria, try and make it, because maybe not a lot of people won't be able to. Well, please subscribe and have a great day. Enjoy.